Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome all of you to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep, and I am Gourav Gupta. And today I'm here in front of you to bring the next session in the series of session that we are conducting for all of you. This is last lap to CMAT 2022, and today we are going to take on modern mathematics. Now, before I start this session, before we'll go ahead, let me first of all, like as usual, let me first of all quickly have a tech check. So let me see if I'm audible and visible to all of you or not. So good evening, friends. So those who are there in this session, please confirm if I'm audible and visible to all of you. All right, Lokik, good evening. A very good evening to you. All right, so I can say that yes, I am audible and visible. So Lokik has just made it clear. All right, great friends. So let's start this session. So friends, I am Gourav Gupta and I welcome all of you to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. And this is our next session in the series of session which we are conducting for all of you. In this series, we are basically like going through a crash course for CMAT 2022. This is last lap to CMAT 2022, and yes, CMAT examination is around the corner. It is on 9th of April. Today it's 31st of March. So we have, so if I'll not count today's day, so before 9th of April, we have only 8 days. So yes, my dear friends, these 8 days are going to be very crucial for all of you. And today in this session, I have brought some of the questions of modern maths, right? So Priyanka, Yash, Mihir, yes, good evening, all of you. Good to see all of you once again in my session. All right. So, friends, first of all, talking about the importance of modern maths. So, modern maths consists of permutation, combination, and probability, these two topics. Now, if I talk about the importance of modern maths, I was going through the papers, like previous year papers of CMAT, and I could see that out of 25 questions, yes, out of 25 questions, that was the format up till last year. There were around 3 to 4 questions in most of the years from modern maths in CMAT examination. Now, in one case, there were also 5 questions out of 25 from modern maths. So we can say that yes, this chapter has has an importance as far as our exam is concerned. Now, what we can say is when the format has changed, out of 20 questions, we can still expect 3 questions. All right. So this makes this particular topic a very important topic. And if I talk about the level of difficulty of these questions in CMAT examination, so my dear friend, the level of difficulty is similar to the other questions of quant that we have seen. So the level of difficulty is certainly very low if in case you know the basics of permutation, combination, and probability. You have done you have covered each and every type of question from PNC and probability, then you will not have any kind of difficulty in solving all the questions from permutation, combination, and probability that will come in front of you in this year's examination. All right, so friends, let's start this session. So again, as usual, I'll request all of you to quickly bring a piece of paper and a pen. Certain amount of rough work will be required, but there will be most of the questions that we can solve orally as well. All right. So as usual, like every session, I want each and every one of you to respond as soon as you have solved the question. You can write your answer in the chat box, and we'll look at the solution after that. So the first question on your screen in a moment now. So please, all of you, be ready. First question, here it comes. So question says that in how many different ways can the letters of the word extra be arranged so that the vowels are never together? Now, I'll remind all of you that these questions are picked up from the previous year papers of CMAT. So this is the actual level of difficulty that we are looking at. So quickly, this is the question in front of you. In how many different ways can the letters of the word extra be arranged so that, important, vowels are never together? Now I'll be explaining the general way of attempting this question as well. This type of question, this category of question, when you have certain people or certain alphabets, and you will have to make sure that particular number of people, some particular persons will never be together. So any answer for this one? All right, Harshini is the first one to give an answer. Okay, Harshini, so you need to wait for a few more seconds before I'll start with the solution. All right, any other student? I think that not all of us are very much comfortable with permutation, combination, and probability. Okay, now I'll be discussing the basic ways of attempting these questions as well. So let's start with the solution. Now, first of all, one thing to be noted that these 5 alphabets that are given to us are all different. Okay, now E, X, T, R, and A. So what I have done is I have separated vowels and consonants because the condition in front of us is we have to arrange them so that the vowels are never together. All right. Now we need to separate all the vowels. So इस type के question में क्या करते हैं? So if the condition is that the vowels are never together, so first of all, pick up all the 3 consonants and arrange them at 3 places. Okay, so I'll pick up 3 consonants X, T, and R. So first step is number of ways of arranging consonants. So we have 3 consonants, we have 3 different consonants. So these 3 different consonants can be arranged in 3 factorial ways. Now this is the first part. All right. Now to make sure that all the vowels are separated, so I can say that I can place these vowels around these consonants at these places. So wherever I have put the question mark, so these will be the places where I can keep the vowels. Okay. So if let's say put one vowel here and another vowel here, so I'll be making sure that there is at least one consonant between these vowels. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm separating these vowels, so I'm making sure that there will be at least one consonant between any 2 vowels. Okay, now the number of places available to place these vowels are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are given 4 places. We have 4 places available with us, and out of these 4 places we have to arrange 2 vowels at these 4 places. So number of ways will be 4p2. We'll use permutation for this. All right, so answer will be 3 factorial multiplied by 4p2, or in other words you can write this answer as 3 factorial multiplied by. So out of the 4 places that we had for vowels, you can first of all select 2 places and then place 2 vowels at these 2 selected places. Now both these answers are absolutely same. So 3 factorial multiplied by 4p2 or 3 factorial multiplied by 4c2 multiplied by 2 factorial. In both cases, the final answer will come out to be 72 after simplification. So yes, some of you are absolutely correct. Harshini, Priyanka, Suyash, Soranil, and Vrinda. All of you are correct. And Anush, I hope you have understood my explanation. All right. So the final answer in this case will be option D, that is 72. Okay. So this is the general way we can like solve these type of question. Okay, now Yash, definitely I'll repeat the usage of permutation in this question. So Yash, I'll also give you one more way of solving this question. Okay, so let me erase this part. Now I hope you were clear up till 3 factorial. Okay, now up till 3 factorial you were clear. Now we have to make sure that no 2 vowels will be together. Okay, so what I've done is I have first of all selected these 4 places around these consonants फॉर द वॉवल्स. ओके, अब ये जो 4 प्लेसेस हैं इनमें से किन्हीं भी 2 प्लेसेस पे हम वॉवल को प्लेस कर सकते हैं. ऑलराइट, नाउ व्हाट परमुटेशन सेज, परमुटेशन इज नंबर ऑफ वेज ऑफ अरेंजिंग, प्लीज लिसन टू दिस केयरफुली, नंबर ऑफ वेज ऑफ अरेंजिंग आर ऑब्जेक्ट्स along or out of the total of n places. Okay, so permutation का मतलब क्या होता है? We have to arrange r objects out of n. Right, now arrangement of r out of n. So what we have is, we have 4 places available, and at these 4 places we have to arrange 2. So the formula here will be 4p2. All right, this is one way that I have explained right now. Another way you can do is, after writing 3 factorial, what you can say is, if I'll pick the first vowel, how many places do we have to arrange this? So we are available with 4 places, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the first vowel. So I'll multiply it by 4. Then for the second vowel, I will have remaining 3 places. So I'll multiply it by 3. Now in both cases, you will get the same final answer, that is 72. All right. So I hope I am clear in this case, Yash. Now with this, let's move on to our next question. Question number 2 for this class. Now question says that, read it carefully, a little lengthy question. So there are 6 tasks and 6 persons. Task 1 cannot be assigned either to person 1 or person 2. Task 2 must be assigned to either of persons 3 or 4. Every person is to be assigned 1 task. In how many ways can the assignment be done? Yes, Vrinda, that is one of the ways. Why I haven't explained that particular way of doing this is, in case there would have been 3 vowels, तब हम वो वाला मेथड यूज नहीं कर सकते थे जो आपने एक्सप्लेन किया है. Okay, Vrinda? So please make sure that like whatever method I have explained, that is a foolproof method and that can be applied to any type of question like that. But in case when, if you have more than 2 vowels, okay, in that case your method will not be applicable. All right, so first answer from Lokic. Nice. So there are 6 tasks, 6 persons. Task 1 cannot be assigned to either person 1 or person 2. So if I talk about task 1, it cannot be assigned to person 1 or person 2. Now talking about task 2, it must be assigned to either 3 or 4. So P3 or P4 को assign हो सकता है ये वाला task. All right. And there is no restriction for any other task. So either P3 or P4, every person is to be assigned 1 task. So 1 task should be assigned to 1 person. So in how many ways can the assignment be done? Okay, I'll write T3, T4, T5 as well as T6, all the 6 tasks. Okay, now let's see in how many ways this assignment can be done. So I'll start from task 2. So task 2 can be assigned in 2 possible ways, either to P3 or P4. So either P3 will be used for task 2 or P4 will be used for task 2. All right. So task 2, number of ways in which I can assign a person will be 2. Okay. Now let's move to task 1. Now task 1 cannot be given to person 1 and person 2. Either of person 3 or 4 is also not available because one of them is used for task 2. So P1, P2 are not available for T1. Okay. P1 and P2 are not available, and one of these 2 is also not available. So how many people are available for task 1? There will be, yes, how many? 3 cannot be available. So there are 3 people who will be available for task 1. All right. Now task 1 is assigned, task 2 is assigned. In these 2 tasks, 2 people will be used. So now I'm left with 4 people. So I can say that for task 3, 4 people are remaining. For task 4, 3 people are remaining. For task 5, 2. And then for task 6, only 1. Now you can multiply these numbers and that will be your final answer. All right. So it will be 144 and that is option C. So 144 is the correct answer. And let me see how many of you have given a correct answer. All right. Yes, all of you have given a correct answer. Lokik, Priyanka, Akash, Samiksha, Suyash, and Tanisha. Lovely. Okay. Now with this, let's move on to our next question. Question number 3 for this lecture. Now question says that there are 6 teachers. Out of them, 2 teach physics. other two teach chemistry, and the rest two teach mathematics. They have to stand in a row such that physics, chemistry, and mathematics teachers are always in a set. Now, this is the exact language that was used in the question. Now, we have to find out the number of ways in which they can do. Okay. Now, the meaning of this statement, physics, chemistry, maths teachers are always in a set. That means physics teachers will stand together, chemistry teachers will stand together, and mathematics teachers will stand together. Mihir, modern maths is a very, very easy topic. It's just that you need to take an initiative and just start with the basics of this chapter in case you haven't started it yet. Okay, so modern maths, believe me, it's not a very difficult topic and can be managed in around 6 to 8 hours if you are just looking at the basics of this chapter for CMAT examination. Harshini, nice, you have given an answer. Okay. Priyanka, good. Yash. All right, so let's look at the solution. There are 6 teachers, 2 physics, 2 chemistry, and 2 mathematics. Okay. Now, what we have to do is both the physics teachers will stand together, both chemistry teachers will stand together, and both maths teachers will stand together. So what I'll do is I'll consider 2 physics teachers for the time being as a single person because they will not be separated. So I'll consider them as a single entity, 2 physics teachers. Similarly, 2 chemistry teachers can be considered as a single entity, and then 2 maths teachers can also be considered as single entity. So effectively right now we have 3 entities. Now to arrange 3 entities in a row, I can arrange them in 3 factorial ways. All right, this is the first part of the solution. Now these 2 physics teachers who will be standing together, they can rearrange themselves in 2 factorial ways because physics teachers साथ में होने चाहिए but वो दोनों आपस में interchange तो कर सकते हैं positions. So 2 physics teachers can rearrange themselves in 2 factorial ways. Similarly for chemistry teacher and similarly for maths teacher. So final answer will be 3 factorial multiplied by 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial. Okay, so this answer will be equal to 48. So 8 into 6, yes, answer is 48 and the correct answer is option B. And again, all of you have given a perfect answer. Lovely. So let's look at the next question after this. Now, question from probability. What is the probability of drawing a king or a heart from a deck of cards? Now we have a deck of 52 cards in total. Now we have to look at the probability of drawing a king or a heart from a deck of 52 cards. Okay, Harshini, you're saying you're always confused between the terms 3 factorial and 3. So Harshini, this is the very basic concept of PNC and probability. Okay, so in case you get confused between 3 factorial and 3 or n factorial and n, so just spend 1 hour on this topic and you will never be confused again. All right. Now we have to find the probability of drawing a king. So how many kings are there in a deck of 52 cards? There are 4 kings. And how many hearts are there? There are 13 hearts. But there is one card which is a king as well as a heart. So if I look at the total number of cards, the total number of favorable outcomes, so it will be 4 plus 13 minus 1. All right. So it will be equal to 16. So the favorable number of outcomes will be 16 because there was one card which is a king as well as a heart. All right. So 16 and the denominator will be 52. So 16 upon 52 will be the final answer. You can take out some common factors. So final answer will be equal to 4 upon 13 and that is option D. All right. So yes, once again, almost all of you, yes, all of you have given a correct answer. Nice. So I believe that All of you are very well versed with the chapter of PNC and probability. That's wonderful. You can see that the level of difficulty is also very low, so you don't have to take extra efforts in basically preparing this chapter. Just need to spend 4 to 5 hours. In case you don't know anything about PNC probability, still you can spend one entire day and you can be a champion of PNC probability, at least for CMAT examination. All right, okay, next look at the next question. In a simultaneous throw of a pair of dice, find the probability of getting a total of 9 or more. Okay, Tanisha, how come -1? So basically, there were 4 kings and 13 hearts. All right. Now, there is a card which is King of Hearts, which is counted twice. This is counted among kings as well as among hearts. So that is why we'll remove 1. Okay. Am I clear, Tanisha? No, Kripa, you're asking about the level of difficulty of modern maths. So, Kripa, if you'll attend this entire lecture, you will understand the level of difficulty of question that comes in front of us in CMAT examination, right? So, these are the actual questions that I've picked from previous year papers, starting from 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2021, up till 2021. So, last 4 years papers I have picked and I have extracted all the questions from that. So this is the level of difficulty and it is pretty easy. Okay, so people have started giving the answers. Now guys, for a pair of dice, I can give you one hack using which you can find the answer of this question in less than 5 seconds. Okay, now first of all, if we throw a pair of dice, what is the minimum possible sum that can appear on the dice? So there are 2 dice. So minimum possible sum, both the dice will have 1, 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. All right. So the sum, minimum possible sum that can appear on a pair of dice will be 2. Then the next possible value of sum is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the maximum possible sum is 12. Okay. Now, if we need to find out the number of instances, all right, so if I throw a pair of dice, so in how many ways I can get a sum as 2? So there is only one way. So 2 as a sum, there is only one way. If you require 3 as a sum, there will be 2 ways. Then 4 as a sum, there will be 3 ways. Then there will be 4 ways. So you can remember this. This is just making a sequence. Okay. For 6, number of ways will be 5. For 7, number of ways will be 6. So there is counting starting from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then after 6, it will be a reverse counting. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So these are number of ways in which you can get these possible values of the sums. All right. Now our question is, we need a total of 9 or more. So 9 or more, that means 9, 10, 11, and 12. So just add these 4 instances. So 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So favorable number of outcomes will be 10. Now total number of outcomes here will be 36 because we have 2 dice. So total number of outcomes is 36 and favorable number of outcomes is 10. So the probability will be 10 divided by 36 and that will be 5 upon 18 after simplification. Okay. Okay, Akash, you can please send it once again. Fine. You're saying WhatsApp. So I believe you have sent a question on WhatsApp. So please, I request you to send it once again and I'll look at it after the lecture. All right. So here the final answer will be 5 upon 18 and that is option A. And yes, again, almost all of you have given a perfect answer. Lovely. All right. So let's move forward and look at our next question. In how many different ways can 3 red balls, 2 blue balls, and 4 yellow balls be arranged so that the balls of same color come together. Now, my dear friends, we have already seen this type of question earlier in this session today. So I want all of you to be answering this question. Come on, try it. Now, definitely there is a little bit of calculation that is involved in this question, but not very high level of calculation. Still, you can give an answer. You can take some time. You can take more than like around 30 to 45 seconds for this one. All right, got an answer from Yash. Amir, like I haven't seen the question of trigonometry to be coming in CMAT examination, but still जो trigonometry के basic चीज है heights and distances. Just look at some of the basics of trigonometric identities, some trigonometric ratios like sine, cos, tan, इन सब की values learn कर लो. Just spend 1 hour on the basics of trigonometry and heights and distances. That will be enough for CMAT examination as far as Trigo is concerned. Okay, so let's start this one. So there are 3 red balls, 2 blue balls, and 4 yellow balls. Now, first of all, the balls of same color come together. So all 3 red balls will be together, all 2 blue balls will be together, and 4 yellow balls will be together. So effectively, we have 3 entities here, which can be arranged in 3 factorial ways. Now, further, 3 red balls among themselves can rearrange in 3 factorial ways, 2 blue in 2 factorial ways, and 4 yellow can arrange themselves in 4 factorial ways. Okay, so this will be your final answer, right? So this is 6 into 6 into 2 into 24. Now I can rewrite it as, so these two can combine and they will become a 12. 2 यहाँ से निकाल के 6 को दे दो, so this will become 12 into 12 into 12. An easier way of doing calculation if you remember the cube of 12. So 12 cube is 1728. याद रखोगे तो आसानी होगी. So final answer will be 1728. In my previous sessions I have been suggesting all of you to prepare to basically remember some of the squares of numbers, cubes of numbers, percentage equivalence of fraction. Yes, friends, these numbers, remembering these percentages, remembering these squares and cubes will prove to be very handy in the examination. So please do that. So Yash, functions and graphs, please don't do that. Okay, functions and graphs इतना ज़्यादा important chapter नहीं है as far as CMAT is concerned. Okay, fine. So friends, that was again one question where a little bit of calculation was required. Let's move on to the next question. But before that, I request all of you to press the like button in case you are liking this session. Comment in the comment section in case you have any kind of query. Do share this session with your friends and subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of all the new videos. All right. So in case you haven't hit the like button, please do that immediately. All right. So let's move on to the next question with this. Now question says that in a box there are 8 yellow and 4 black balls. If 3 balls are drawn at random, what is the probability that 2 are yellow and 1 is black? All right, Mayank, nice. Good to see you. Come on, any answer? Okay, so in total there are 8 yellow balls and 4 black balls. Now we are selecting 3 balls out of these 12 balls. So I can say that the denominator, the sample space will be selection of 3 balls out of 12 balls. So 12C3 will be the total number of cases. All right. Now let's talk about the favorable number of outcomes. Now we need to find the probability that 2 of the balls are yellow and 1 of them is black. Now out of 8 yellow balls, we need to select 2 yellow balls. So number of ways will be 8C2, and out of 4 black balls, we need to select 1 black. So it will be 4C1, and we will multiply it. So 8C2 multiply 4C1 divided by 12C3. Let's simplify this. So it will be 8, 7, 56, 28 multiplied by 4 in the numerator. In the denominator, it will be 12 into 11 into 10 divided by 3 into 2. I'm just simplifying these numbers. Okay, so 4 into 3, 12 cancelled, and then 2 को cancel कर देते हैं, 5. So final answer will be 28 divided by 55, and yes, this is one of the options. Option B is the correct answer. Again, so all of you have given correct answer. Lovely. So with this, let's move on to our next question. How many 10-digit numbers can be formed using all these digits which are in front of you, such that, important, such that odd digits appear only in even places? Now be careful with this question. Now you don't require any kind of simplification in this question because options are given in terms of factorials only. So calculations are not at all required here. Okay, Priyanka, nice. Now, man, it totally depends on your area of interest. So if you are liking agribusiness management, then you can go ahead with that. Otherwise, you can switch to finance. All right. So Priyanka, Yash, Mihir, Shama, Suyash, Ritesh, Krishna, all of you have given the answer. So let's look at this one. Now, odd digits की बात हो रही है. So I'll separate out the digits. So even digits 2, 4. Odds are 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, and even again 2, 2, and 8. So this is the set of even digits, and this is the set of odd digits. Now we need to make a 10-digit number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Such that odd digits appear only in even places. So let us first of all mark even places. So these are even places. So at these even places, only odd digits can come. So at these 5 places, if I'll place these 5 digits, so they can be placed in 5 factorial ways. But since 3 is repeated twice, I'll divide it by 2 factorial. Also 5 is repeated, so I'll again divide it by 2 factorial. So 3 is repeated twice, divided by 2 factorial. 5 is repeated twice, against that again divided by 2 factorial. Now for the remaining part, the odd places. So at these odd places which are left, now these even digits may appear. So again, 5 places are left where 5 digits will appear in 5 factorial ways. But again, here 2 is repeated 3 times. So against that, I'll divide it by 3 factorial. So this will be the final answer. 5 factorial into 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial. So among the options, you can look at like among the options if you'll match. So final answer will be option D. Okay, Mayank, you're saying I will today research on both ABM, ROI. Yes, definitely. So, man, if you look at the ROI, so I can definitely say that finance will give you more options. So, if you have option of getting into finance, you can do that if you are indifferent about the area of interest. So, if you are not specific about your interest in ABM or finance, then I would suggest you to go to finance. All right. Okay. Now moving on to our next question. What is the probability of getting a 9 or 10 in a single throw of two dice? Careful. What is the probability of getting a 9 or a 10 as a sum on a single throw of two dice? We have already covered this question earlier, this type of question earlier, this concept earlier. So you should not be taking more than 10 seconds to get an answer. Come on, quickly. All right, Yash, Lokik, good. Now I've just written last four sums. Okay. So number of ways here is 1, number of ways 2, then 3, and then 4. Now what we require a sum of either 9 or 10. That's it. So there are how many favorable cases? 7. 4 plus 3, 7 favorable cases. Out of the total cases, 36. Okay. I've just written last 4. Starting के 4 आप starting के आप अपने आप लिख सकते हो. But that is not at all required here. So favorable number of outcomes will be 7 and total number of outcomes will be 36. So final answer will be 7 upon 36. That is option B. And again, all of you have given a correct answer. With this, let's move on to our next question. A little lengthy, but again, a very easy question. So, Mayank, if you have an option of changing your specialization, definitely, like I'm with you, you can go ahead and change your specialization, because ROI in finance and the number of prospects, the number of options that you will get later on in your career will be better if you are doing MBA in finance. All right, 5 by 6, 5 by 6, option C, yes. Again, getting the answers. Nice, nice, nice. So let's look at this one. So Management Institute has 6 senior and 4 junior professors, and we need to select 3 professors out of it. What is the probability that at least one junior is selected? Now you can do this question in 2 different ways. So first of all, let's write this: 6 senior and 4 juniors are there. Okay. Now we need to select a total of 3 professors such that at least one junior is selected. Okay. So I can first of all make different cases. 1 junior and 2 seniors, this is first case. 2 juniors and 1 senior, the second case. 3 juniors and 0 senior, this is the third case. Calculate the value for each of these cases separately, and then add all of them and find your answer. So if we are selecting 2 seniors and 1 junior, it will give you 6C2 multiplied by 4C1. Then for this one, 6C1 multiplied by 4C2. And for this one, 6C0 multiplied by 4C3. Upon simplification, this will give you 15 into 4, that is 60. Number of cases 60. Then 6 into 6, 36 cases, and 4 cases for this. So in total, 100 cases will be favorable. All right. So favorable number of cases 100 आ गया है. Now total number of cases, out of 10 professors we are selecting 3. So sample space or denominator here will be 10C3. So 10 into 9 into 8 divided by 3 into 2. So this is going a little lengthy, yes, but I have one more way of doing this. So total number of cases is 120. So the probability will be 100 divided by 120. 100 divided by 120, that will come out to be 5 by 6. Okay, now this is one of the ways of doing this question, right? So if you have time in your CMAT examination, you want to waste your time in CMAT examination, you can use some lengthy ways for some question. But definitely, yeah, we don't have time, right? So we need to use an efficient method, right? So let's look at the second method of solving this one. Okay. Now, whenever you need to find out the probability of selecting at least one, so calculate probability of selecting none. Okay, so I'll calculate the probability that no junior professor will be selected. Okay, no junior will be selected. That means all three seniors will be selected. So out of 6 seniors, I'm selecting 3 seniors divided by 10C3. All right. So 6 into 5 into 4 divided by 10 into 9 into 8 upon simplification. So 5 and this 2. This will also go 2 and यहाँ पे 2 आ जाएगा and this will be 3, this and this. So this probability will come out to be 1 upon 6. So probability that no junior will be selected will be 1 by 6. So probability that at least one will be selected, probability that at least one will be selected will be equal to 1 minus probability that none of them will be selected. So the final answer will be 1 minus 1 upon 6. That is 5 upon 6, which is same as our previous answer. All right. So answer here will be 5 by 6. And this is one shorter way, efficient way of solving the same question. Okay. So all of you have given correct answer. Nice. Good to see that. Let's move on to our next question with this. In how many ways a committee consisting of 5 men and 6 women can be formed from 8 men and 10 women? So don't be surprised by looking at the level of difficulty of the questions of PNC and probability. Yes, this is the actual level of difficulty that we get in our examination. लॉजिक एटलीस्ट 2 होता अगर तो हम अलग अलग केसेस तो बना ही सकते थे, राइट? 2 जूनियर, 1 senior, 3 junior and 0 senior. Okay, so there would have been 2 cases. Otherwise you would have subtracted when no junior is selected minus 1 junior is selected. Okay, so number of cases that you will subtract will increase, right? Okay, Yash, Mihir, Mayank, and Chirag. 4 answers up till this point. Shubhankar, I've just explained what we'll do if in case the question says at least 2. So for at least 2, like both the methods will be of same length. Okay, so there is nothing called shortcut in that case. Now we need to form a committee of 6 men and 5 men and 6 women. So out of 8 men we need to select 5, and out of 10 women we need to select 6 women. So 8C5 into 10C6 will be your answer. Now 8C5 can be written as 8C3 and 10C6 can be written as 10C4. Upon solving this, 8 into 7 into 6 divided by 3 into 2, multiply 10, 9, 8, 7 upon 4 into 3 into 2. So 4 into 2, 8 is gone, 3 into 2, 6 is gone, and then 3 and 9 got cancelled. So 56 into 21 into 10, this will be your answer. So I can say that 6, 5 and 12, 17, 7, 1, 11, 760. So 11760, which is option D, is your final answer. All right. Okay. Now, Shubhankar and Lokik, I hope both of you have understood what we'll do in case at least two situations will arise in the previous question. Meanwhile, I've just solved this current question, 11,760. So yes, in this case, there were a little bit of calculations which were involved, but the calculations were like pretty easy and that can be completed in less than half a minute. Okay. All right. Now moving on to our next question of probability. So question says that brother and sister both appear for an interview. The probability of the selection of brother is 1 by 8 and probability of the rejection of sister is 4 by 5. What is the probability that only one of them is selected? Now careful with this one. Read each and every word of this question very carefully. Right, Yash? Good. Come on, people, come on. Give me an answer for this. Again, one easy question. So I've got only two answers, Yash and Mihir and Ritesh. Okay, you're confused for this one, Mayank. No problem. So, brother and sister both appear for an interview. Probability that brother will be selected is 1 by 8. Now, probability that brother will be rejected, I'll write it as B dash. So, probability that the brother will be selected is 1 by 8. So, brother will be rejected. Iski probability क्या होगी? 1 minus 1 by 8. That is 7 by 8. Alright. Now, it is given that the probability that the sister is rejected is 4 by 5. So probability that sister is rejected is 4 by 5. So the probability that sister will be selected will be equal to 1 minus 4 by 5, that is 1 by 5. I hope we are all clear up till this point. Okay. Now the question is asking about to find the probability that exactly one of them is selected. Okay, only one of them is selected. So considering two cases, if brother is selected and sister is not selected, we'll find the probability. So brother is selected, the probability is 1 by 8. Sister is not selected, the probability is 4 by 5. So 1 by 8 multiplied by 4 by 5 is when brother is selected and sister is not selected. One more case will arise when brother is not selected and sister will be selected. So brother is not selected, probability is how much? It's 7 by 8 when brother is not selected. Multiplied by when sister is selected, it will be 1 by 5. Now just add these two cases. So the first case is 4 upon 40 and second one is 7 upon 40. Add these two, the final answer will come out to be 11 upon 40 and that is option A. All right. Okay, Mayank. So I hope you will not get confused in such kind of questions again. I'll just cover one more variation of this question. Okay. I'll cover one more variation. Okay. So first of all, let's look at this question in detail. So Mayank, for you, because you normally get confused in such type of questions, so I'm erasing. Now we have four different possibilities that may arise here, right? Now, brother selected, sister selected, brother selected, sister rejected, brother reject and sister selected, and brother rejected, sister is also rejected. Okay, so these are four different possibilities that may arise in total. Okay, now let's look at the probability of each of them. Now brother is selected 1 by 8, sister is selected 1 by 5. Okay, I'll write the probabilities on the left hand side. Probability that brother is selected is 1 by 8. Probability that brother is rejected is 7 by 8, or will be 7 by 8. Similarly, probability that sister is selected, first of all I'll write sister is rejected, this is given as 4 by 5. So probability that sister is selected will be 1 by 5. Okay, I'm sorry, so it will be 1 by 5. Now I'll write the probabilities for each and every case separately. So brother selected, sister selected, so that means both of them are selected. Only brother is selected, 1 by 8 into 4 by 5. Only sister is selected, 7 by 8 into 1 by 5. And none of them is selected. It will be 7 by 8 into 4 by 5. So respectively, these values will come 1 upon 40, 4 upon 40, 7 upon 40, and 28 upon 40. So these are all the possible cases that may arise, right? Now if you'll add all these four probabilities, you will get 1. Definitely the total probability is 1. Okay. Now if the question arises in front of you that find the probability that at least one of them is selected. At least one is selected. Okay. So which out of these four cases you will consider? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 cases. So which out of these 4 cases will you consider? Please listen to the question very carefully. Probability that at least one of them is selected. Which of the above 4 cases will you consider in that case? Yes, all of you may write your answer here. So probability that at least one is selected. Okay, Ritesh, careful. At least one is selected. At least one. So either one of them will be selected or both of them may also be selected. So you will consider first, second, and third cases. Okay. Brijesh, I think you have joined a little late. Okay, I have already discussed the answer for this question. I am discussing one variation of this question. Okay, so if you will go back, rewind this session, I have already discussed the final answer. I'm discussing one more variation of this. Okay, so probability that at least one is selected, either you will consider first, second, and third cases, add them, answer will be 12 upon 40, or you can subtract the fourth case from 1 minus 28 upon 40, it will be 12 upon 40 once again. Okay, probability that none of them is selected, you will consider only the last case. So this is the complete scenario, this is the complete thing about this type of question. All right, okay. All right, now let's move on to our next question with this. Oh, that's it. So this was the last question for the day. So friends, I hope you have liked this session. Okay, and you have gained something out of today's session. In case you like this session, please do press the like button right now. अगर अभी तक like नहीं किया है, comment if you have any kind of query. Share the session with your friends and subscribe our YouTube channel so that you will not miss any of the further sessions that we will be conducting for all of you. So friends, that's all from my side. Some useful piece of information for all of you. In case some of you don't know, we have started this last lab to CMAT 2022 series from 14th of March, and there were sessions that were conducted daily at 7 p.m. So basically, in case you have missed, you can go back to the YouTube, look at our YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep, and there you will find sessions that were conducted on daily basis at 7 p.m. and that will be helpful for your complete revision for CMAT examination, right? Now, in case you are looking for any idle program for GDPR preparation, here is one program that we have started for all of you. Like the complete details are mentioned on the screen, but in case you want some more details, you want to inquire something more, you can call at the number that is given at the bottom of your screen. In case you are preparing for CAT 2022 complete course batch number 5, we have already started. All the details are there on the screen, and once again you can call at the number given below for further queries. All right, so friends, you can follow us on Instagram. You can subscribe and press the bell icon on YouTube, like our page on Facebook, join our Telegram channel, and download our app from Google Play. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much for attending this session. You have been a wonderful crowd, and definitely before CMAT, like CMAT is on 9th of April. So we have some more sessions for all of you in the upcoming days in the first week of April. So I hope all of you will keep attending these sessions. All of you are getting benefited with all these sessions. All the best for this examination. Have a good day. Bye bye.